Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. Mumbai 3.0 gets global boost as MMRDA deepens smart city partnership with Korean delegation. In a strategic move to accelerate the Mumbai 3.0 vision, the Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, MMRDA, recently hosted a high-level Korean delegation on the sidelines of the India Global Forum. The meeting marked a continuation of last year's Memorandum of Understanding between MMRDA and the World Smart Cities Forum, WSCF, enabling Mumbai's induction into the Global Twin Cities platform. Discussions centered on adopting Korean smart city practices, attracting foreign direct investment, and launching joint pilot projects. Key areas included mobility solutions, innovation zones, transit-oriented development, and fintech hubs, with a clear focus on future-ready urban transformation. Navi Mumbai Airport, set for June launch as CIDCO, and Adani review final readiness. CIDCO and Adani Airport Holdings reviewed the final phase of the Navi Mumbai International Airport (NMI) track for a June 2025 launch. With the Directorate General of Civil Aviation issuing the airport information publication and operational readiness and airport transfer trials underway, the airport is nearing operational readiness. Phase 1 includes a Code F runway, modern terminal, and cargo facilities to handle 20 million passengers annually. CIDCO is fast-tracking road and metro connectivity with the National Highways Authority of India to ensure seamless access. Once operational, NMIA is expected to ease traffic at Mumbai Airport and boost real estate, logistics, and economic growth across Ulve, Panvel, JNPT, and the wider Mumbai metropolitan region. Bilaspur's INR 27,000 crore transformation, NTPC Sipat, Arpa Riverfront, Expressway, and power projects reshape city. Bilaspur is undergoing a major infrastructure overhaul with projects exceeding 27,000 crore Indian rupees. Key developments include NTPC's 9,791 crore CPAT, Super Thermal Power Project Stage 3, and Chhattisgarh State Power Generation Company Limited's 15,800 crore twin 660 megawatt supercritical units, boosting Bilaspur's energy profile. The city will also anchor the Raipur, Ranchi, Dhanbad Expressway, enhancing connectivity across industrial hubs. Railway projects like the Bilaspur, Urkura Third Line and Khodri, Anuppur doubling are underway. Additionally, the 2,000 crore Arpa Riverfront development project will revamp 653 hectares into a vibrant urban zone. These initiatives are positioning Bilaspur as a key energy, logistics, and urban development hub in Chhattisgarh. Goa Infrastructure, GSL builds 8 patrol vessels as Vasco da Gama upgrades city connectivity. Vasco da Gama, a key port city in Goa, is witnessing major infrastructure upgrades to boost urban mobility and maritime strength. Goa Shipyard Limited is building 8 Adamya-class fast patrol vessels for the Indian Coast Guard under a 473 crore Indian rupees project, enhancing coastal security and surveillance. 4 vessels have already been launched, with the rest expected by 2026. In parallel, the city is constructing a new up-ramp to ease traffic congestion and improve connectivity, set to open by November. These developments highlight Vasco da Gama's growing strategic and urban importance in India's maritime and civic landscape. Kareena Kapoor, named brand ambassador for JP Infra to boost luxury image. JP Infra, a prominent name in the Mumbai metropolitan region real estate landscape, has roped in Bollywood star Kareena Kapoor as its brand ambassador. Known for luxury, elegance, and sustainable developments, JP Infra's collaboration with the actor is intended to enhance its brand persona and deepen its connection with aspirational home buyers. The move reflects the company's continued commitment to offering premium residential experiences. Walmart expands in Chennai with 5-year lease at ITPC for back-end operations. Walmart has leased 460,000 square feet of office space at Radial IT Park, Chennai, with a monthly rent of 3 crore 26 lakh Indian rupees and a 4% annual escalation, marking a major expansion of its India-based back-end operations. The 5-year lease, which began in January 2025, includes a 19 crore 55 lakh Indian rupees deposit. This move strengthens Walmart's tech and analytics capabilities in India, supporting global operations. Located in the ITPC hub, managed by Ascendas India Trust, the facility joins a growing list of global firms choosing Chennai for their global capability centers. The deal underscores strong demand for Grade A tech-centric office spaces in India. Kerala explores state-led route to revive stalled global city in Ayyampooja. The Kerala state government is actively exploring options to advance the stalled global city project in Ayyampooja amid delays in receiving central approval. The project, part of the Kochi-Bengaluru Industrial Corridor, has faced setbacks due to concerns over its residential focus, diverging from industrial objectives. While the Palakkad node has moved forward with cabinet approval and land transfer, Ayyampooja's development remains on hold. The state is considering independent implementation, potentially using state funds, to keep the project viable. Despite the central government's hesitations, Kerala is hopeful for a resolution and remains committed to the project's progress. Bengaluru real estate, Ganjur records 2.5x price rise, driven by demand for premium homes. Gunjur, a rising micro-market in Bengaluru, has seen a 146% surge in property prices since 2020, with average rates hitting 11,850 Indian rupees per square foot in 2024. Prop Equity attributes this growth to high demand for premium homes and strategic proximity to IT hubs like Whitefield and Sarjapur Road. Project launches rose by 150%, and unit absorption doubled over the past 5 years. Demand for 3-bedroom homes priced between 1 crore to 2 crore Indian rupees has notably increased. Upcoming infrastructure projects like the Peripheral Ring Road and Bengaluru Business Corridor are further enhancing Gunjur's appeal, positioning it as a high-potential destination for investors and home buyers alike. Supreme Court upholds home buyers' right to protest peacefully at builder sites under Article 19 in a landmark ruling on April 18, 2025. The Supreme Court of India upheld the right of home buyers to hold peaceful protests against builders over project delays and grievances. The court stated that such demonstrations are protected under Article 19, 1A of the Constitution, even if held near private property like builders' offices or sites, provided they remain non-violent and do not disrupt public order. The verdict offers critical legal backing to buyers protesting stalled housing projects, such as Mahira Homes and Hero Homes in Gurugram. It is seen as a major boost for consumer rights and accountability in India's real estate sector. India to mandate recycling of C&D waste under new EPR framework from April 2026. From April 1, 2026, India will implement an extended producer responsibility EPR framework, mandating construction firms to recycle 50% of their demolition waste, rising to 100% in later years. Applicable to projects over 20,000 square meters, the rules require registration and submission of waste management plans on a Central Pollution Control Board portal. Non-compliance will attract environmental penalties. Developers must also begin using recycled materials, 5% by 2026 to 2027, rising to 25% by 2030 to 2031. The move targets the country's massive 150 to 500 million tons of annual construction and demolition waste, aiming to standardize practices, reduce pollution, and promote circular economy principles in the construction sector. Ghaziabad. GDA to launch online slot system to ease property registration for buyers. The Ghaziabad Development Authority I will soon implement a slot-based system for property registration to streamline the process and reduce buyer inconvenience. Currently, buyers face delays and multiple visits, affecting both user experience and GDA revenue. Under the new system, buyers will apply online for a date and time slot after preparing documents as per a checklist, then visit the GDA office at the allotted time. GDA processes over 80 registries monthly and earned Indian rupees 312 crore in 2024 to 2025 from property sales, its biggest revenue source. The upgraded property management portal will support the new system, launching in a few months. Telangana GRERA cautions buyers over fraud by Kritika Infra in Silver Oak. Project the Telangana Real Estate Regulatory Authority, TGRERA, has issued a stern warning to the public regarding Kritika Infra Developers Pafatatlu Tarat and Kritika Infra Developers. The developers are accused of selling plots in the unregistered Sheshadri Silver Oak project located in Bodupal, Mechal, Malkajgiri district. Despite collecting full or partial payments from buyers, the company failed to execute or register sale deeds. Additionally, they did not obtain necessary approvals from the Hyderabad Metropolitan Development Authority, HMDA, or the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, GHMC. TGRERA has imposed a penalty of Indian rupees 9,96,000 on the firm for these violations. The public is advised to avoid any dealings with these entities and report any grievances to the authorities. Nagpur's civic body earns record Indian rupees 414 crore 52 lakh through town planning receipts. The Town Planning Department of the Nagpur Municipal Corporation, NMC, reported its highest ever revenue collection of Indian rupees 414 crore 52 lakh in the 2024 to 2025 fiscal year. The majority of this income came through digital channels, with Indian rupees 376 crore received online. Key contributors to this milestone included premium charges for exclusions from Floor Space Index, FSI calculations, transit-oriented development premiums, and building development charges. The department's digital-first approach not only enhanced transparency and efficiency, but also played a crucial role in boosting revenue. This development reflects the growing pace of urbanization and structured development in Nagpur. CCI to review Delhivery's Indian rupees 1,400 crore bid for controlling stake in Ecom Expressa. Delhivery Limited has filed for Competition Commission of India (CCI) approval to acquire a controlling Indian rupees 1,400 crore stake in Ecom Express, marking a major consolidation in India's logistics sector. The deal aims to integrate Ecom's strong last-mile and rural delivery network with Delhivery's full-stack logistics capabilities. Both firms claim the acquisition will enhance service efficiency without hurting competition. The move aligns with India's digital logistics push, supported by ULIP and Gati Shakti initiatives. If cleared, the deal will deepen Delhivery's e-commerce logistics presence and may trigger further consolidation in a sector vital to India's growing consumer and retail economy. Affordable and value homes aren't just trends. They're shaping India's urban future. As urbanization accelerates in India, affordable housing and value homes are becoming not just market preferences, but societal necessities. With around 40% of the population expected to live in urban areas by 2030, demand for cost-effective, well-equipped homes is rising sharply. While government schemes like the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana have laid the groundwork with subsidies and policy support, persistent challenges such as outdated affordability norms, rising costs, and limited credit access for informal workers continue to restrict the segment's full potential. Meanwhile, value housing has emerged as a key alternative, balancing affordability, lifestyle, and infrastructure. Bellasis Bridge may open 6 months early, easing South Mumbai congestion by December 2025. The Bellasis Bridge, a vital east-west link in South Mumbai, may reopen by December 2025, 6 months ahead of its original June 2026 deadline. Jointly undertaken by the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation and Western Railway with the Indian rupees 114 crore budget, the 360-meter bridge near Mumbai Central is being rebuilt after being declared unsafe and demolished in 2024. The 6-lane connector is crucial for traffic between Tardeo and Nagpada. Early tenders and interagency coordination enabled the fast-tracked timeline. While the project boosts urban mobility, it faces resistance from local fisherfolk over rehabilitation concerns. Japan to donate Shinkansen trains for Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet corridor. Trials to begin soon. In a key step for India's first bullet train project, Japan will donate 2 Shinkansen rakes, E5 and E3 series, for test and inspection runs on the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail corridor. With 48% of the 508-kilometer route completed, the trains are expected to arrive well before the project's August 2026 launch. The E5 model, capable of 320 kilometers per hour, will support initial trials between Surat and Bilimora. Japan is also funding a large share of the Indian rupees 1,10,000 crore project through low-interest loans, echoing its long-standing role in India's infrastructure growth, similar to France's early support for the Delhi Metro. Mumbai Metro News. MMRDA installs 400-ton steel girder over Diva rail tracks for Metro Line 5. The Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, MMRDA, has successfully launched a 400-metric-ton open-web girder over Central Railway's Diva-Vasai corridor for Metro Line 5, connecting Thane, Bhiwandi, and Kalyan. Installed using 4 cranes and 40 hydraulic jacks, the steel structure bridges a key gap between Mankuli and Durgadi Naka. This engineering feat over high-traffic railway tracks brings the 24-kilometer corridor closer to completion by 2025. Once operational, Metro Line 5 will serve over 2 lakh commuters daily, easing congestion and linking with Metro Lines 4, 12, and suburban rail networks in one of Mumbai's busiest suburban regions. Andhra Pradesh gives TCS Vizagland for 99 paise to build Indian rupees 1,370 crore tech campus. In a bold move to boost IT investments, the Andhra Pradesh government has allotted 21.16 acres of land in Visakhapatnam to Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, at a token cost of 99 paise. The Indian rupees 1,370 crore project is expected to create over 12,000 jobs, with TCS set to build a large-scale development center, including innovation labs and skilling hubs. The symbolic pricing signals the state's aggressive push to position Vizag as a major tech hub. With upcoming infrastructure like the Bhogapuram Airport and Metro, this allotment marks a renewed effort to attract top-tier IT firms and put Andhra on India's digital map. Adani Ports reclaims Australian coal terminal in strategic USD $2.4 billion equity deal. Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone, LUTD APSEZ, has announced a USD $2.4 billion non-cash acquisition of the North Queensland Export Terminal, NQXT, in Australia from a group entity. This strategic move re-establishes Adani's control over the terminal it had divested over a decade ago. The acquisition, structured through a share swap deal, aligns with APSEZ's global expansion plans and will strengthen its position across the Asia-Pacific corridor. With the terminal located in a high-growth trade zone, this marks APSEZ's 4th overseas acquisition in 2 years, expanding its global footprint to 19 ports and terminals. Mumbai's urban jungle turns green with nature trails, bird walks, and eco-theatre for Earth Day. Earlier this week, the Maharashtra Nature Park Society, MNPS, under the Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, MRDA, launched a lineup of eco-centric events to celebrate both Earth Day and the park's Foundation Day. Spread over 37 acres, this park, once a landfill, has become a hub of biodiversity and nature education. Highlights included a bird-watching tour, a guided nature walk, a wildlife photography exhibition, and a street play on endangered species. Starting this week, 500 saplings are also being distributed to promote household-level greening under the One Family, One Plant initiative. Germany's housing permits dip again, signaling prolonged construction crisis. Germany's residential construction sector continues to struggle, as apartment building permits declined by 2.3% in February, compared to the same month last year, totaling just 17,900 approvals. This downturn follows 2 months of modest gains, interrupting hopes of a sustained recovery. The nation remains significantly below its annual target of 400,000 new apartments. Industry leaders are urging the incoming government to implement tax incentives and reduce bureaucratic hurdles to revitalize the sector. China's housing market shows signs of stabilization amid economic headwinds. China's new home prices remained steady in March 2025, halting a previous decline and suggesting potential stabilization in the housing market. While year-on-year prices were down 4.5%, this marked a slight improvement from February's 4.8% drop. Government measures, including easing mortgage rules and improving developer financing, have aimed to bolster the sector. However, challenges persist, with a 3.0% drop in property sales by floor area in Q1 and a 9.9% decline in investment. Analysts anticipate further policy support, such as a possible 50 basis point cut in the 5-year loan prime rate by mid-2025, to sustain the market's recovery. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines. Chhattisgarh infrastructure. Durg set for major infra boost with expressways, metro and industrial projects. Durg is undergoing a major transformation with infrastructure projects collectively exceeding rupees 5,000 crore. Key among them is the 92-kilometer Durg-Raipur Arang Expressway under Bharatmala, set to cut travel time to Raipur to just 20 minutes by 2025. A metro feasibility study linking Raipur and Durg is also underway with a rupees 5 crore allocation. Industrial growth is supported by new conveyor belt and farm equipment units, while NSPCL plans a 250-megawatt power addition in Bhilai. With the proposed 530-kilometer Raipur-Hyderabad Expressway also passing through, Durg is poised to become a central industrial and transport hub in Chhattisgarh. Mumbai infrastructure. Central Railway dismantles 100 to 12-year-old Sion Robbie to clear path for new railway lines. Central Railway has successfully dismantled all 7 girders of the century-old Sion Road over bridge, ROB, a key step in adding the 5th and 6th railway lines between Kurla and Parul. The final girder, in place since 1912, was removed during a 5-hour block on Sunday. The ROB, a crucial east-west link connecting Dharavi, LBS Marg, and the Eastern Express Highway, was closed earlier, causing traffic congestion on alternate routes like the Santa Cruz-Chembur Link Road. The dismantling supports Mumbai's rail network expansion to ease commuter load. Plans for a new bridge are underway, with broader upgrades across Mumbai's railway infrastructure in progress. Amaravati to become world's first city powered entirely by renewable energy. Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh's upcoming capital, is on track to be the world's first city powered entirely by renewable energy. With a rupees 65,000 crore master plan spanning 217 square kilometers. The city targets 2,700 megawatts from solar, wind, and hydro sources. Green buildings, rooftop solar, district cooling, EV infrastructure, and a renewable-powered metro form key pillars. Backed by CMN Chandrababu Naidu's vision, Amaravati aligns with India's clean energy goals and aims to serve as a national model for sustainable urban development. The project's revival, with PM Modi expected to lay its foundation, marks a major milestone in India's climate leadership efforts. Apex Group offers rupees 700 crore revival plan for 16 super tech projects in NCR based. Apex Group has submitted a rupees 700 crore proposal to the Supreme Court to revive 16 stalled super tech housing projects, aiming to deliver 20,000 unfinished units across Noida, Greater Noida, and Ghaziabad. The plan includes settling rupees 2,500 crore in dues to authorities over 5 years and has received initial support from the Uttar Pradesh government. Apex has already resumed work at Eco Village 2, now rebranded as Sri Radha Sky Garden. With 14,999 homes under construction and 5,000 pending financial closure, the proposal is under review by the Amitabh Kant Committee, offering fresh hope to 14,000 plus affected home buyers. Bengaluru luxury housing hits rupees 1,000 crore milestone. Led by Hebel and Domlur, Bengaluru's luxury real estate market has hit a new milestone with annual sales of homes priced above rupees 10 crore, surpassing rupees 1,000 crore for the first time, according to a joint report by India Sotheby's International Realty and CRE Matrix. Notably, 42% of these high-end sales occurred in FY 2025 alone, signaling strong momentum driven by a booming tech economy, rising affluence, and growing demand for exclusive living. Hebal led with 22% of total sales, while areas like Domlur and Bommanhalli are emerging as new luxury hubs. Buyers are favoring large apartments, 5,000 to 7,000 square feet, reflecting a shift toward lifestyle and quality-focused investments. Luxury demand drives Oberoi Realty's rupees 5,266 crore sales in FY25, up 31% from FY24. Oberoi Realty Limited reported a 31% jump in sales bookings, reaching rupees 5,266 crore in FY 2024-25, up from rupees 4,007 crore the previous year. The Mumbai-based luxury developer sold 928 units, compared to 705 in FY24, with total carpet area sold rising by 19% to 12.81 lakh square feet. The strong performance reflects sustained demand for premium housing, particularly in Mumbai. With upcoming projects in Borivali, Thane, and Goregaon, and a focus on mixed-use developments, Oberoi Realty is well positioned to benefit from India's positive economic outlook and growing interest in high-end homeownership. Navi Mumbai Civic Body intensifies crackdown on unauthorized structures in Belapur, Nerul, and Vashi. Earlier this week, Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, NMMC, launched a large-scale demolition drive targeting unauthorized constructions in Belapur, Nerul, and Vashi. The operation, conducted under the directives of Commissioner Dr. Kailas Shinde and supervised by senior officials, included action against illegal structures despite prior notices. In Belapur, illegal constructions on plots in Sector 15 were removed, while in Nerul's Sector 28, 28 unauthorized huts on Sidco land were demolished. Additionally, in Vashi's Sector 31A and nearby areas, a total of 110 unauthorized huts were cleared. These operations involved local police, municipal staff, and machinery, including JCBs. Gurugram Civic Body launches major cleanup to tackle 6 lakh metric tons of construction waste. In a decisive move to address Gurugram's mounting construction and demolition (C&D) waste, The Municipal Corporation of Gurugram, MCG, initiated a project earlier this week to clear approximately 6 lakh metric tons of debris over the next 3 months. The plan involves hiring a private contractor responsible for transporting the waste to the Basai processing facility. The project, estimated at rupees 9 crore, mandates the use of GPS-equipped vehicles and the establishment of a dedicated helpline for complaint resolution within 48 hours. Despite allocating rupees 10 crore for C&D waste management in the previous fiscal year, only half was utilized. This year, the budget has been increased to rupees 20 crore, reflecting a renewed commitment to effective waste management. HC judgments, court orders, Nilkamal Realtors to hand over 3,000 units to MMRDA under old rental housing scheme. The Bombay High Court has ordered Nilkamal Realtors suburban Pavat Lautal complete and hand over 8 buildings to MMRDA in Mahajanwadi under the defunct Rental Housing Scheme, RHS. The buildings, comprising around 3,000 residential and commercial units, were to be built on 25% of the plot using 1 FSI, in exchange for 3 FSI for free sale buildings. While the developer built and sold 26 buildings, it failed to deliver the MMRDA units. The court rejected Nilkamal's plea to shift to a newer housing policy, reinforcing that public welfare obligations under RHS must be honored despite scheme discontinuation. UP government bans construction within 200 meters of Ganga to protect river ecology. The Uttar Pradesh government has decided to ban new residential and commercial construction within 200 meters of the Ganga River to curb pollution and unregulated urban expansion. Draft building bylaws allow limited religious structures like ashrams and temples under strict conditions, 35% ground coverage, and a FAR of 1.5. Existing buildings can be repaired or renovated with ecological safeguards. Property owners must pledge proper waste and construction material disposal. The move aligns with UP's broader plan to promote industrial growth via revised FR norms, up to 4.5 for certain sectors, balancing ecological conservation with urban development across Ganga towns. Kolhapur civic body reclaims 11 shops near Keshavrao Bhosale Natyagruha for redevelopment earlier this week. The Kolhapur Municipal Corporation, KMC, reclaimed 11 commercial shops adjacent to the historic Keshavrao Bhosale Natyagruha. This action is part of a broader redevelopment initiative aimed at restoring the auditorium, which suffered fire damage in August 2024. Final notices were issued to 14 tenants under Section 81, PISA 1 of the Maharashtra Municipal Corporation Act, resulting in 11 vacating voluntarily, while legal proceedings continue with the remaining 3. The state government has sanctioned rupees 25 crore for the restoration, with the third phase of tenders worth rupees 11.77 crore recently released. UP government forms panel to probe Ansal API over land misuse, project delays, and dues. The Uttar Pradesh government has formed a 9-member panel to investigate serious allegations against Ansal Properties and Infrastructure Limited, Ansal API, including misuse of government land and incomplete township works. This follows UP RERA's rupees 14.40 crore penalty and 619 recovery certificates worth rupees 113 crore for violations. Ansal's Lucknow Township project faces FIRs for selling mortgaged land and missing development commitments. The developer, now in insolvency, faces a rupees 4,500 crore claim from LDA. NCLAT has allowed government bodies to join the proceedings, while the ED has reopened the financial probe. Authorities aim to protect home buyers and bring transparency to real estate dealings. Toshiba to invest rupees 562 crore in Telangana to expand manufacturing base. Toshiba Transmission and Distribution Systems, India. Luttudabad, TTDI. a subsidiary of Japan-based Toshiba Energy Systems and Solutions Corporation, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Telangana government earlier this week to invest rupees 562 crore in expanding its manufacturing operations in Hyderabad. The agreement, signed in Tokyo in the presence of Telangana CM Anumula Revanth Reddy, marks a step forward in Toshiba's long-standing commitment to India. The expansion aims to create over 250 direct jobs within 3 years and will enhance the company's assembly, testing, and export capabilities, aligning with Make in India and Export from India missions. Real estate gets biggest share of AIF investments in India in 2024. Alternative Investment Funds, AIFs, channeled close to rupees 74,000 crore into Indian real estate by the end of 2024, securing the highest share of AIF inflows among all sectors, as per data compiled by Anurag from SEBI. Of the cumulative rupees 5,06,000 crore invested across sectors, real estate attracted 15%, surpassing ITs, financial services, and NBFCs. The growth of AIFs has provided crucial funding support for real estate development, especially as traditional financing sources tighten. The number of active AIFs has surged 36 times in the last decade, further highlighting their expanding footprint. Chandigarh Civic Body begins direct outreach to boost property tax collections in a proactive move to enhance property tax collections. The Chandigarh Municipal Corporation has initiated direct outreach to its top 100 property taxpayers. This strategy aims to encourage timely payments and address outstanding dues. The initiative follows the conclusion of a rebate period, during which taxpayers could avail discounts on their dues. With significant arrears still pending, the civic body is intensifying efforts to recover dues, including issuing notices and considering stricter enforcement actions. This approach underscores the corporation's commitment to improving financial health and ensuring compliance among property owners. REIT is poised to attract more capital as India's office market gains momentum. A recent Nuvama report highlights that real estate investment trusts, REITs, are poised to significantly boost institutional investments in India's office sector. While private equity investments in office spaces slowed during 2022 and 2023 due to inflation and interest rate concerns, a shift towards ready assets in 2024 indicates renewed confidence. With 82% of investments directed towards completed properties in 2024, up from 14% in 2021. The trend suggests a robust demand for operational office spaces. The report anticipates that supply will align with demand in the near term, leading to a gradual decrease in vacancy rates and an acceleration in rent growth. From offline to online, how digital broker aggregation is changing property buying. The Indian real estate sector is witnessing a pivotal shift with the rise of digital broker aggregation platforms. Moving beyond traditional methods, property transactions are now powered by technology-driven tools like AI, virtual tours, and digital document management. These platforms connect buyers with verified brokers, offering structured listings, transparent pricing, and real-time analytics. While India still trails global counterparts like Zillow and Redfin, rapid digital adoption is underway. By 2026, over 35% of secondary market transactions are expected to be handled digitally. This transformation signals a new era for property buyers, brokers, and developers alike. India's core infrastructure growth dips to 3.8% in March 2025. India's 8 key infrastructure sectors recorded a slower growth of 3.8% earlier this month, a decline from the 6.3% expansion seen during the same period last year. The dip was largely driven by subdued coal, crude oil, and natural gas performance. While cement and fertilizer output showed double-digit and high single-digit growth, crude oil and natural gas production contracted. For the full financial year 2024-25, core sector growth fell to 4.4%, down from 7.6% in the previous fiscal. These sectors hold a 40.27% weight in the Index of Industrial Production, IIP. Mumbai Infrastructure, 11 Marza Malad Lakes, set for revival under Project Mumbai by 2026. 11 lakes in Malad will be rejuvenated over the next 2 years as part of Project Mumbai, Union Minister Piyush Goyal announced. Phase 1 has already begun with 5 lakes, while Phase 2 will cover 6 larger, more degraded water bodies. The initiative includes desilting, sewage diversion, and the creation of walking paths, seating zones, and biodiversity improvements. Lakes like Lotus Talao, Hanuman Nagar Talao, and Somnath Talao are among those listed. With support from over 500 companies, officials aim to complete the work by 2026, making this North Mumbai's largest multi-lake restoration effort to date. Uttar Pradesh targets 8 lakh rooftop solar units by 2027 under Pradhan Mantri Surya. Khar Yojana Uttar. Pradesh has announced an ambitious plan to install 8 lakh rooftop solar systems by March 2027 under the Pradhan Mantri Surya Ghar Yojana. Led by UPNEDA and tracked via the CM's dashboard, the state aims to install 2.65 lakh systems in 2024-25, averaging 22,000 per month. Over 1 lakh systems are already operational, with 10.73 lakh applications received as of March 2025. Supported by trained vendors and credit schemes, the initiative boosts household energy independence. With states like Maharashtra and Gujarat advancing rooftop solar, UP's aggressive rollout marks a significant move toward decentralized clean energy and rural power stability. Delhi Airport's Terminal 2 to reopen in 6 months, with major passenger upgrades to Indira. Gandhi International Airport's Terminal 2 is undergoing a major 6-month redevelopment to enhance infrastructure and passenger experience. Delhi International Airport Lutato, DIL, plans to install 6 advanced passenger boarding bridges, upgrade HVAC systems, and introduce new skylit ceilings for improved energy efficiency and ambience. The revamp includes a high-resolution flight information display system, FEDS, weather protective canopies, and accessibility improvements for reduced mobility passengers. These upgrades aim to boost turnaround efficiency, meet rising passenger demand, and align T2 with global airport standards. As IGI Airport surpasses 70 million annual passengers, the T2 overhaul is key to supporting India's growing aviation sector. Mumbai Metro News. MMRDA completes tunnel breakthrough for Metro 7A. 59% work done. On Airport Link, MMRDA has achieved a major milestone for Mumbai's Metro Line 7A, with TBM Disha completing a 1.67 km underground tunnel between Gundavali and the airport. The 3.4 km corridor, part of the Red Line 7 extension, includes elevated and underground sections and aims to boost east-west connectivity through key interchanges with lines 2, 3, 6, and 9. Currently 59% complete, the metro line is expected to be operational by December 2025. Officials say this link will ease airport traffic and cut travel time. CM Shri Devendra Fadnavis hailed it as a step forward in strengthening Mumbai's infrastructure and commuter mobility. Mumbai infrastructure. Karnak Bridge, set to reopen, restoring key link to Crawford Market and Fort after a 2.5-year closure. Mumbai's historic Karnak Bridge near Masjid Bunder will reopen on June 7, 2025. The INR 41.3 crore reconstruction replaces the 1866 British-era structure and aims to decongest key trading routes linking Crawford Market, PD Mello Road, and CST. The new 70-meter steel girder bridge was installed in January 2025 during carefully timed railway blocks. Final touches, including road surfacing and safety fittings, are underway. Originally shut in 2022, due to safety concerns flagged in 2018, the revamped bridge is expected to restore crucial connectivity for traders and commuters and ease pressure on detour-heavy routes like Kalbadevi and Princess Street. March sees sharp drop in US housing starts as tariffs raise construction costs. In a significant decline, single-family housing starts in the US dropped by 14.2% in March 2025, reaching a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 940,000 units. This marks the lowest point since July 2024. The decrease is largely attributed to higher costs driven by import tariff falls, alongside declining builder confidence. The National Association of Home Builders, NAHB, indicated that builders are facing an average cost increase of $10,900 per home, outweighing the benefits of falling mortgage rates. Additionally, permits for future single-family housing construction fell by 2.0%, reaching 978,000 units. The broader housing starts also experienced a decline of 11.4%, dropping to 1,324 million units. Canada's home sales dropped 4.8% in March. As tariff tensions stall housing recovery, Canada's housing market continued its decline in March, with national home sales falling 4.8% from February and 9.3% year-on-year, the weakest March since 2009, according to CERE. This marks a 20% drop in sales since November. Home prices also fell, with the average price down 3.7% annually, and the Home Price Index slipping 1% in March. The slowdown is linked to global trade tensions, particularly US tariffs on Canadian goods. Despite interest rate cuts by the Bank of Canada, economic uncertainty persists. CREA has lowered its 2025 sales forecast, and housing starts fell 3.3% in March, signaling weakness on both demand and supply fronts. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.